Good people, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well and doing fine. So, the topic of my reading today is what is something that you should know? Okay, so in front of you there are two groups. Let me introduce. Like, I am actually crazy about Labubus nowadays, so I'm buying stuff here and there wherever I find. So this is group number one. It's like it's a calculator and it actually works, right? It actually works. Like 6 multiplied by 6 is equal. Oh, okay, 66 multiplied by 6 is equal to 396. Yeah, like it actually works, right? So, and this is group number one and this is group number two, and it also actually works, and both of them are like keychains. I found them somewhere while shopping. So I thought, how about, like, make a reading out of these two. So this is group number one, this is group number two, and let's just, I want to discuss the topic of today. It's like, what is something that you should know? Like, I was first planning of on making a video about, like, things you should, like, a message towards you, or what do you need to hear, in those terms. Like, it's about, like, what you should actually know. Like, is there something that you're missing on in life? Like, sometimes there are many things in front of us, but we tend to skip certain things, and they're also important if we keep them in the frame, right? So this is it. That's the introduction, and let's start. Okay, so what do you have to do is that you have to pause the video, look at both of these groups. Like, if you feel resonating towards one group, and if you feel like, I should choose this one or this one, you can go into my description box of this video and you can click on the timestamps and you'll be guided to the video here. Let's start. So you guys chose this calculator Labubu keychain. What do you need to know? I feel like what messages that I'm getting here is that sometimes you need to understand that giving everyone attention is going to drain your energy. Yeah, you're being kind. You think that, you have to, and these are basic manners, but sometimes, like, if a person is speaking to you and you feel like, you have had enough, you can just, tell them that you can't, like, focus right now, or you need some time off. I'm seeing that, you focus too much on being polite. Like, I'm seeing, like, there's nothing wrong with being polite, but at the expense of yourself. Things that drain you, I think you shouldn't entertain them, and if you will follow that, I think you'll feel much better and more energetic throughout the day. You're wasting your energy on random things, and you need to preserve them so that you can focus on the big things that actually matter to you. You I know, like, there is this thing you'll mention that you feel drained. Most of the times or you don't find the time to do certain things that you want to, or that you want to focus on. It's because, like, I'm seeing that the majority of your energy is going in different directions, and I'm not saying that the people around you, they are selfish, and yet this is this card about hard work and focusing on things, and I think there are certain things that you need to take care of, or certain things that you need to think about, actually, and you have to plan a certain life path ahead of you, or make some design, or calculate some things in a project. For that, you need proper concentration, proper time. I think maybe you have to, even if you have a certain space dedicated to you, I feel like people don't take it seriously, or, like, people are coming here and there, and you haven't made enough boundaries, and you haven't, like, told people to, not disturb you. This is the basic thing that I'm getting. Please take however it resonates, and do leave the rest, because this is a general reading and I'm getting a lot of energies from, like, different types of energies. Okay, like there is this thing, yeah, you're a very harmonious person, like you don't want to piss people off, you don't want to create a bad image, or you don't want people to judge you or be negative towards you. I feel like maybe in the past you've been judged very harshly. People have been people have taken your intentions in a negative way, and like there were many times that um, you were just doing something and other people took a negative meaning of your work, that you have some ill intentions, and you try your best to communicate everything and appear nice to people. So I would advise you, this is good, like but if you keep other people, the ones you want to be with you, and the ones you want to be with, and keep them under confidence, and like tell your boundaries, like making boundaries doesn't make you a bad person. And if somebody from your circle is making you feel bad because you want to make boundaries, well, that is a red flag, provided your boundaries should be valid and justified. Then we have the fool card. I'm seeing that maybe, okay, this is very good. Yes, you need some rest, yes, you need some time off from the society, because um, you can't pull the weight of everyone on your shoulders. But the thing here is that I feel like um, you should focus more. Like, yes, you should have time to um, do your work, and then time to enjoy, etc. But I'm seeing here is that take some time off of people's energies to rest. You need time off from society, or like some isolated time. This is what is coming here for you. Like you don't need to, like, sometimes when you're resting, even I see that when you're resting, when you're listening to music, when you're like recharging yourself, I see that um, people think that you're ready to talk, you're available for a talk, and they can come to you and discuss something. But the thing is, when you're resting, you can make a boundary with the people around you, that they shouldn't disturb you. And because you're recharging, you need to recharge alone. Okay, and how you're going to make that boundary, you have to like actually put it according to your situation. um like there is this constant focus that if you want to be successful in your life, don't give other people too much time, take some time for yourself, and like just go and think, just go and be alone for a while. You need, maybe you're like in a very crowded space, it might be a hostel for some of you, like there are roommates around and they're talking all the time, and then you don't get time for yourself. Or maybe in a home, the parents are constantly calling you, your siblings are constantly in your room, if the situation is like that. Or maybe you're constantly on social media and you're getting a lot of notifications all the time, and you're not free. Like, you need to go somewhere, like put your phone in some drawer, lock it, and just head out, like be alone for a while. This is very important. Yeah, music is your friend, this is what I am hearing. Music is your friend. And if, like, I'm not saying don't use social media, I'm like, uh, just for some time, maybe for 24 hours, just try to pause everything and see how you feel actually. And there is this devil, there is this people pleasing addiction that I see for you. Like, you want to make everyone happy, you don't want anyone to feel left out, you want to cater to everybody's needs. And for some of you, it might be a spouse, like you continuously so much involved around your spouse that you don't get alone time. For everyone it's not going to be a spouse. For some of you they're going to be friends, they're going to be family members, and like there is a lot of uh, and I'm not talking about like real responsibilities. I'm saying like very unnecessary responsibilities that it's your job to wake everyone up at home. Well, they can put up an alarm. You shouldn't be doing everything. Like it's not your job to plan every family trip. Anyone else can do it. And people are expecting it from you because you're letting them uh, think that this is your role. And I feel like there is also this thing that there is some sort of a lack of self esteem, that I have to make myself feel useful in the family. I have to do these unnecessary things, and I have to please everyone so that they accept me, so that they love me. This is a subconscious trait of yours. You might not be fully aware of it, that you are pleasing other people. There is nothing wrong in pleasing people, but at the expense of yourself. When you want that time to yourself, and you want some alone time, and you want time for yourself, you want to focus on you, and you don't get that time, it's not good. It's not cool. I don't know why I want to say it. Okay, so like you're constantly thinking in your head, like you're constantly making plans for others. You're constantly like being the peacemaker at home. Like if someone is not okay, it's your job to make them feel okay. If somebody is having a hard time, it's your job to help them. It's good. Like it's good if everybody does it, but it's not only your concern, it's not only your thing. You need time for yourself, you need to focus on you. And that's it. And like, okay, I'm going to clear this space, and then I'm going to draw out more cards for you. So is there anything like group number one they should know that they're missing, or is there something to connect the dots around them? Is there anything they need to know? Oh my god. Okay, this is very beautiful that is coming here. Let's see. Yeah, I was getting a lot of cups energy. uh Queen of Cups, right? What does this card say here? There's a lot of water, although it is a sword card, but there's a lot of water in this reading, and it's going to be emotional somewhat. But let's and we have the Knight of Cups. Let me just start talking. So the thing here is that you know I don't know, like, just take it however it resonates, right? I think that in the past people made you feel like you don't deserve love, or you're not worthy of things, and you have to prove your worth to be important. You have to work hard in order to achieve a position in your home, or like in your circle, and if you don't do it, you're nothing, you're not worth it, etc., etc. And yes, you're slowly moving from that thing, but there is this message that I have to also remind you of this. Okay, calculated Labubu, listen up. The thing is that you are actually very loved. Like, you think that the people you thought were important to you actually didn't love you in the beginning, and this led to you feeling like that I need to strive for love, that I need to earn this love. But the thing is that people love you a lot, that it's overflowing. This cup is overflowing. In the traditional, it overflows, right? So there is this thing that the people around you, like currently, even I'm seeing that if you are on a social media platform, your fans or like your friends, etc., people like you, they actually like you, right? And the way you see yourself sometimes, that I have this flaw and this flaw and this flaw and this flaw, like I have to correct. okay, it's important to see your flaws, and it is important to, make yourself a better person daily. But the thing is, like, I think this thing kind of is destroying you, that you're picking these things out of yourself. There is this thing that, about low self esteem, that you have this, I'm sorry, I'm messing up these cards. Like, it's so difficult to lift them up, they're just so smooth and slippery. Okay, so there's this thing that group number 1, it's sad actually, but you have a lot of emotional baggage. You have these things that are on your heart that are weighing you down, and you feel like you have to do something very, very extraordinary to be loved. You have to do so much to be loved, and whatever you're doing is not enough, and that is why you are like meddling everywhere. You're like in every place helping everyone. Yes, it is good to help, but only if you're helping, but not when you're trying to redeem something for yourself. The thing here is that there is this mention about self love, and people don't understand a few things about self love, and I will like clear them out for you. Somebody asked me in a reading earlier, when I was doing a personal reading, they asked me like, how do I love myself, and self love stuff online is all BS, and etc etc. But the thing here is that, sometimes we're running after others when we should run after ourselves. Sometimes we jump through hoops, we jump off of fences just to please people. We do all these circus like acts to impress other people. Why can't we impress ourselves? Why can't a person impress themselves? Why can't a person love themselves? Why can't a person do good things for themselves? Why can't a person get validation from oneself? And why can't anyone look at themselves in the mirror and be like, wow, like, you have suffered, you've gone through so much, and you're still standing there, instead of just looking at the mirror and thinking, oh, my eye is so ugly, or my nose is so ugly, and like this and that. The thing is that if you are not going to be kind to yourself, no one, like, stop expecting that other people are going to be kind to you. Other people are going to be kind to you, other people are going to respect you. Yes, they can, many people will, but the thing is, why can't you respect yourself? Why can't you be kind to yourself? Why do you want only others to be kind to you, while you are berating yourself internally, or like taking out flaws and faults out of yourself? Why can't you tell yourself for one day that, damn, group number 1, you're doing a good job, and like you did these things, and you don't need to do extra good things for a validation. Like, sometimes in class, or in classrooms, in schools, we are made to feel like that we have to be the topper only to get some validation. Only the person who comes first in class can get validation from the teacher. Let me share an incident with you. I'm sorry, I don't want to go off topic, but I think this is important. When I was in medical school, things were very tough, and I had a bad time because the syllabus was too much. Things were awful at my home. My hostel life was horrible, my roommates were horrible, and I had the worst time of my life. I was also getting sick, and I tried my best to study. I studied all the time, like on my mobile, when I was in the library, when I was in the ground. Like, I studied like I studied like crazy, right? And but what I didn't know, that I wasn't validating myself. Nobody else was validating me, and nobody was like standing up for me. Nobody was telling me that you're doing a good job. Everybody was like constantly telling me what I lacked in, what mistakes I made, and that made me very miserable. And when I was in final year, the fifth year of my medical school, there was this radiology professor. He came from Switzerland, I think, and he was from a different culture, and he looked and seemed quite different, and he was standing on the podium, and he was like telling us about like x-rays and ultrasounds or CT scans, and he like asked one question, like, on that image he pointed that what is this space called, or like what is this thing, and I just blurted out that this is water in the lungs. It was a very simple question and a very simple answer, and he just said excellent, very good. and and I just heard that, and I thought, like, in my 5 years of medical school, nobody said excellent to me, nobody said well done, nobody said you're right, very good, nobody did that. And it was so, like, it was happy, but it was so illuminating that, if a person is just constantly told their flaws and they're not once appreciated for the good they do, even little, it makes that person miserable and empty. The Why I narrated this whole long story was, I still remember that professor, and after that time I started telling myself for the good things that I did, that good job, Eman, excellent work, Eman, you did very well, Eman. And I actually practiced this thing with other people, and I started complimenting people, like not compliments like, complimenting about their work. Like whenever anybody did a good thing, I would say very good, very good, excellent, well done. And I saw people's faces lit up, I saw them becoming more motivated in what they were already doing, and I saw people happy around me. So what I want to say from this story is that, if nobody is saying or telling you that you did good, please tell yourself that you did very good. Tell yourself that you are working hard. Actually work hard, then appreciate yourself for working hard, because sometimes people around us don't appreciate us for what we're doing. So this is the message, and I'm sorry if it sounded like I was dragging it. I just, I got very emotional while saying this, and it seems like you have a very intelligent mind, and very good interpersonal skills, and like I see a lot of variety in your mind. Like there are many things going on in your head at the same time. You're good at problem solving, you're good at like peacekeeping, diplomacy. But the thing is that if nobody cares for you, you don't go around begging for people to care for you. You care for yourself, and you give yourself time instead of waiting around, instead of like, running after people. So that was it, group number 1. I hope you guys liked it, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do like, share and subscribe, guys. Do leave a comment. Goodbye, take care. Hello, group number 2. So if you chose this aeroplane thingy labubu, which actually moves, okay, this is very beautiful, and this is actually cute. I don't know why I'm going to, okay, this is your reading. Like, let me say something here. Somebody spread it over the internet that all labubus are cursed, or like they're demonic or something like that. I was laughing crazy. Like my sister-in-law, she came to me and she was like, Eman, you have a lot of labubus here and there. Like I have a lot of them, right? I don't know why I started liking them. I just saw them and I just started collecting them. Sorry. So she was like, Eman, like I heard this on the internet that they're cursed. Like, are they demonic or something? I'm like, no. I'm like, no, like they're just a toy, and like, I don't know, like it was so cute. Like she said that, and I really, I was so happy. I hugged her and I was like, no, okay, there's nothing like that. Okay, after that, I don't know why I was called to say this. I really love sharing things. Okay, let's start with your reading. Group number two. Let's see, like, is there something that you need to know, something that you can't see, something behind the scenes, or something that you're missing, or something that you need to be reminded of? Let's see. Okay, why is everything blurred out? Okay. Number two, group number two. I feel this overwhelming energy when I'm like doing your reading, and it's actually a lot of energy. Like some wave just swept over me. Okay, we have Three of Cups. Yes, as I mentioned about my sister-in-law, like, it could be related to the people around you. Let's see. Seems like maybe you're camping or traveling like in this group, but let's see. Okay, what is there something group number ooh, 2 needs to know? Is there something group number 2 needs to know? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is an interesting message. I want to pull out 2 more cards and then I'll start speaking about it. Anything that group number 2 needs to know. The Strength card. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I was expecting a very powerful card like the Emperor, and Strength came here. And what else does group number 2 need to know? Yes. Yes, okay. We have the Five of Cups. And then we have the King of Wands card here. This is very important, and I want to, like, if you want to get a drink with you or lie down on the bed, please, and listen to it very slowly and very carefully. The thing here is that I think you're a very important person. I use these words with too much care, because I see that you're a very rare person. Like, if you've come across this reading, welcome. Like, you're a very special person, and you're a very lucky person, but you're also very rare and a very special person. You have certain things about you that can actually make you stand out of the crowd, or like make you a leader kind of a person, right? Okay, the thing here is that sometimes it's too difficult for you to carry on with your responsibilities or with the work that you do. Like, you feel like there is this weight of responsibility. There is this burden of taking care of the people. Like, you feel like if I make one wrong move, then what? I'm getting that celebrity energy, that there is a celebrity and that they're very careful that if I say a wrong thing or if I do something wrong, my ratings will drop, or like my fan following will decrease. I'm getting this sort of a vibe, and you're trying to put on an image, you're trying to make yourself a certain person, and I see parts of you in that image, but it's completely not who you are. I feel like slowly and gradually you should start becoming the person you are. Yes, as a celebrity, sometimes some celebrities, they have to keep a persona. They have to act smiling, they have to act all happy all the time, and they can't yeah, they have to act a certain way, they have to smile all the time, they have to keep up appearances. And I'm seeing that you are in a situation where you have to like smile all the time or behave a certain way, or you can't express certain parts about you. Maybe some of you are in such a place like the police force or the army, where you can't blurt out certain things on social media. Or maybe you're trying to act a certain way, you're trying to avoid negative attention towards your opinion, or maybe you have some very polarized opinions that you can't talk of. What I would say is that yes, there are downsides to this thing. Yes, there are some negative aspects to this thing, and you have to keep things to yourself because of your job or because of the place you are at. For some of you, you might be in a very conservative area, and you might have certain non-conservative thoughts, so you might be in a non-conservative place with conservative thoughts. Take it however it resonates. And I would not tell you to be 100% yourself here, because you are kind of masking your true self for a reason. And I won't tell you to, just no, be yourself. Like, yeah, you are actually seeing the truth that, sometimes you have to mask certain aspects of yourself, maybe to avoid bullying, sometimes to conserve your position. And sometimes it might seem superficial, but to be very practical, in certain, everybody has different circumstances and different realities. So I would say that please try to be very mindful. Sometimes don't let your emotions take over. For some of you, okay, for a very few of you, I am seeing that you're a person who wants to cheat on your spouse. If you're not that person, please, like, this is only for those people. Like, you want to cheat on your spouse, and but I would say just for a moment of happiness and just for a short time of happiness. Don't ruin your marriage for that. But obviously, like, everything is your own choice. But here is this thing that you are very sad that I can't make certain moves, or I can't do certain things because there are these restrictions, and I have to be a certain way, and I can't do this and that. I think these restrictions are for a purpose. Look into it, because if there was some other card other than Five of Cups, I would have said go be yourself and break these barriers, do what you want to do. But here, as you can see, the Five of Cups is a very different and a very unique card. It's not like the Five of Pentacles or other cards like the Ten of Swords. It's like, these two cups here, these two cups talk about that there is a good thing to this as well. Like, if your three cups are spilled, there are these two cups for you, and they are the thing that you should look towards. You should turn your back and you should look towards this, because these three cups went to these people who are living a different lifestyle than from you. You have these responsibilities, you have these certain roles, and if you follow those roles, then you can maintain this position, you can maintain this thing with you. Okay, and I want to say that sometimes we are tempted to do certain things, to take certain steps. Try to be very logical while doing this. Okay, I'm going to come again and I'm going to clear the space. Okay, so group number 2, let's pull out some more cards for you. What is something that group 2 needs to know, that they need to that they're not seeing, maybe, or like anything that they need to be reminded of, anything that they should be told that they're not seeing. Okay. And what? This is actually very interesting. You're a very interesting and a very complicated person, group number 2. I will say that to you. And then we have the Four of Swords. Okay, this is like, okay, although this person is kind of like having a headache, but let me say one thing to you. Okay, group number 2, this is very important. I would say that you, like, there are these people like who cannot make up their mind, who have to, like, sometimes Libras behave indecisively like this. But mutable sign energy, I'm seeing that you cannot make your mind up. And why you can't make your mind up? It's because you are listening to other people, you are taking advice from other people who don't know who you are, who can't see to your soul, who can't go inside of your brain and see the situation and the perspective you have. The thing here is that, sometimes it's very easy to ask other people, like, what should I do? Hey, I want to know, like, what is your opinion on my life? But that is the thing, it is your life. You have to make certain decisions, and you have to uh, actually sit down and talk to yourself. You have to, take a piece of paper or open a copy in front of you, take a pen, and start writing the pros and cons of everything that you want to do or you don't want to do. It's like you're like totally dependent on other people's opinions, and even like while living your life you're just thinking, yes, in the beginning I told you, that you have to mask certain aspects of yourself, but it was to maintain your job or to maintain certain status. But the thing here is that sometimes you have to make decisions for yourself, like, I'll ask them what I should do. I'll take an opinion from my bros or from my friends, and then they'll tell me if I'm on the right path or not, or did I do the right thing. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Please sit with yourself and talk to yourself, because I'm seeing that, the moon card is also about confusion. But let me just add something. There is some fishy person in your social circle or your friend group who doesn't want you to be on the right path, or like make some mistakes. They want you to make some mistake, or like they don't want the 100% best for you. So I would suggest, like, instead of listening to other people's advice, whether this is correct or not, or like believing other people, it is better to, decide for yourself. And there is this thing that, okay, there is a mention of a thing. I will say some few words, and if it resonates, then very good. If it doesn't, just leave it. Poetry, singing, music, dance, arts, theatrics. If this resonates to you, this might be your group. There is this thing that, uh, maybe you have a very close friend, or maybe you ask everything from this friend, or maybe you have only, if this is not about a friend, maybe you have only one perspective that you have committed yourself to, like, I will only do this, or I will only do this. I won't open up my mind. I won't look towards the other side of the picture or the other side of the coin. I'm going to do this because I believe in it, and I. This is sort of a negative thing, but I am guided to tell you about it, that sometimes your perspective can be wrong. Sometimes what you think could be wrong, because you are thinking with a perspective already in your head. You're thinking with a framework already in your head. What I told you is to take a pencil, take a page, and just be very open minded and write about the things, because in your brain there is a lot of like confusion, there is a lot of going back and forth. If you put your thoughts on a paper, I think they're going to be more arranged and they're going to be better. You can write down the things that you want and the things you hate. Write down the things why you want the things that you want. Why do you hate the things you hate? Why are you avoiding the things you are avoiding? Like, for example, I'm just gonna give you an example. Like, for example, you smoke, suppose, and your mother is like, can you stop this smoking, like it's bad for you? And you're like, oh, these adults, they're always nagging, and who are they to tell me? I pay my own bills and I make my own money. Who are they to lecture me about life, and I am like 20 years old, etc. The thing is, you're being too much stuck on your beliefs, that you need to step outside of the box. The things that you feel, why is everybody telling me what to do? Why is everybody nagging? Why is my head hurting all the time? Why is everything a mess all the time? The thing here is that you're actually kind of in a fog, and you can't think straight at certain things. Like, you think that you're being logical, you think that you are 100% right, but to be very very honest, nobody is 100% right. Everybody makes mistakes, everybody sometimes can develop a bad perspective towards life, and um, you need to be very very open minded in order for you to be ahead in life or to go smoothly in life. And you are stuck because you cannot think straight, and because you're getting guided from a wrong source, or some from an unexperienced source. And group number 2, I know this was a very heavy reading. And why was it a very heavy reading? Sometimes when some people are very special and when they are very important, they're playing a very important role in society, it is easy for them to be misguided, it is easy for them to get bad advice from people, from troublemakers, and or maybe from people who have a good intention but they're not good, they don't have good advice, right? This is what I'm seeing, group number 2. So I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. Do like, share, and subscribe, guys. And throughout my reading about you, group number 2, I have felt this energy blockage. I have felt this very weird energy sweeping over me, something heavy. I would want you to meditate a bit, right? Try to cleanse yourself, try to take some salt baths if you can. Okay, goodbye.